I am so excited to bring you the conclusion of our interview with Darian. Check this out. All right, just a couple other questions here, and then we'll get to like some rapid fire, just fun ones. So is there any new content coming for the builder base anytime soon? I am maxed out on my builder base. I think a lot of people might be. And kudos to the update with the gold pass where you at least get a little bit of gem kickback on those items, because I know for me, I've just been sitting there trying to figure out what to do with all that elixir, and gold.
So builder base is an interesting conundrum in that, it is a feature that's kind of suffering from an identity crisis in that, we want to do something with it. We're just not sure quite yet what we want to do. But we're actually surprised at the number of people who are like, when's Builder Hall 10 coming? And we may do one at some point. We don't have anything on our production calendar at this moment. But that's not to say like it's something that we could probably easily add to it in the interim. It could come up very soon. I don't know, but I'm just saying right now, it's not a hint or anything. We don't have anything on our list right now. And part of the reason behind it is we want builder base to kind of evolve its own identity and not just a side thing that people do and feel like they're forced to do it. The original goal behind the builder base was something to do in between attacks while your troops are training or something was upgrading. That's why there was a limit on how many times you can get loot per day. It was just meant to be a side thing. But as the game evolved, how people play changed, especially with clan games, with the season pass, with so many tasks for those particular features, there's more activity on the builder base than before. And one of the suggestions, like, why don't we add some kind of competitive element, like a clan wars or a clan war league type of thing? We didn't want to just make a builder-based version of what's available on the home village.
Right.
We wanted to have its own identity. And one of our designers, he's very, very enthusiastic about builder-based. So we will probably come up with something in the future. We just don't have an idea just quite yet where we want to take it.
I got to tell you, I love the gear ups. I think that the gear ups are probably one of the coolest little tweaks to like bring the two villages together.
Yeah.
And I think obviously, I made a video. I know a lot of other people made a video of you can rush your builder base because it's not based on anything but your trophy levels, and so then that way you can actually try to get that 6th builder. So I mean, it has its own kind of little universe. I know a lot of people were frustrated with it, but I actually kind of really enjoy it. Like you said, I do it in between clan games, it's fun. And then, now that it's maxed out, I was kind of surprised, honestly, that in Town Hall 13 with this Christmas update that there was no little, maybe even a building or something like that. So we'll see. Like you said, maybe in the future there could be something, which leads me to my next question for the next Town Hall. It looks like there's a progression of what happened with the Giga Tesla, the Giga Inferno. Does that mean that the Giga Eagle is coming, or is that going to be to be determined later?
When we do decide to release Town Hall 14, I'll be honest, we have not decided what the signature weapon of the Town Hall will be. Whether we just want to add more levels to the Giga Inferno and then, have something new or entirely new for the base. So with each Town Hall, we want something to be different about it. So for example, from 11 to 12, the weaponized Town Hall was the new thing. With 12 to 13, it's the scatter shot and, the difference from the Giga Tesla to the Giga Inferno. With Town Hall 14, we're still trying to figure out what, I don't want to say figure out, we haven't, with the New Year's or with everybody in holiday break, we haven't sat down and decided what we want that signature idea for Town Hall 14 to be just yet. Is there anything I can add to that? I'm trying to go over stuff. I will say this: we have kind of started some early discussions on what we want to do for Town Hall 14, but it's just still in the early conceptualization stages.
I was going to say, I mean, I have full faith in Supercell's team to pull something amazing off, and it not just be something that's expected, because I think the fun of going up to the next town hall and seeing what could be is the unexpected.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know there's been so much talk, and I can go totally into like the percentages of buildings and all that kind of stuff of like maybe consolidating resource buildings or something, but we'll get to that at a different time and place. Now is not the time. So just a couple fun little questions, because I want to be respectful of your time here. So if you can teleport back in time and then be able to come back into the present, what time period would you teleport to, and why?
Any time period?
Any time period in human history or recorded history that you are aware of.
Ancient Sumeria.
Okay, and why?
I'm actually fascinated with ancient history, and I would love to see the birth of civilization, especially around Mesopotamia, like the Sumerian culture, the start of writing, the start of written law. My grandfather was an archaeologist when he retired, so ancient Babylonian, Sumerian, Akkadian period is incredibly fascinating. In fact, my name Darian comes from the Persian name Darius. In fact, if you ever see the movie 300, the main villain Xerxes, his father was King Darius, which is where my name comes from. So I kind of have like an attachment to that BC period. But the idea that human civilization started, 7,000, 8,000, 10,000 years ago in the Fertile Crescent, like I just wanted to see how did that happen, and like what did the history books get wrong about it?
It is,
and if they're actual ancient aliens. Not kidding.
I kind of thought about it, and I was like, would I want to go back in time to see the dinosaurs? And I'm like, I kind of do, but then I kind of don't. You know what I mean? Like,
I would, as a biologist, I would love to see it.
I want to be around it, though.
What's that?
I wouldn't want to be around it. Like, keep your distance, and then you're good. I
don't want to go full Jurassic Park on this.
Exactly. All right, and then one last Clash question, and then we'll get into some fun ones here. And then that is, so the goblin video was absolutely hilarious with the villager clapping at every tree. I just thought that was absolutely an epic little nod to the villager. Is she ever going to get a mate inside the village?
I don't think I've ever been asked that before. I don't know. I was going to try to come up with a smarmy response.
It's always her, and she's always just clapping. And I'm like, if you had a mate, you wouldn't have to be clapping all the time.
Why not? I mean, she's the first person you meet. She's the first person you meet. She's always there to greet you.
She got a little revamp.
I think she's the secret overlord of the Clash world. She's like the, like she's the deep state kind of thing. I don't know.
Kind of a curveball question. I know it's probably
I generally don't know how to answer it.
It was something that I was watching the other day, and I was like, you know what? We haven't ever had any update to the villager minus like the facial feature, update. But I don't know if there's ever going to be like family or anything like that.
Well, I mean, she does do the whole automatic upgrade thing. That if you're away from base for 90 days, she comes back with a Viking helmet.
Yeah. My son found that out on his, I guess, Town Hall 6 account. He's like, everything was upgraded. I was like, wow, look at that. Which is really nice. So, all right, just a couple fun rapid fire questions to wrap up here. So I got to ask, Brawl Stars or Clash Royale?
Ooh, Royale.
Royale, interesting. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke, by far, without. In fact, I don't know if you can see my Coke bottles up there.
I saw those. I'm an Atlanta boy, so I saw that. It's instantly recognizable. So yeah, okay. Winter or Summer Olympics?
Summer.
Summer. Okay. Android or Apple?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Don't say it wrong, Darian. I have faith in you.
My techie loves Android, but for usability, because I've been using iOS for so many years, it would be impossible for me to switch over easily. So
that's exactly it. I get it.
I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to say the old Linux phone. How's that?
Okay, there you go. The Windows phone that my friend has. All right, Backstreet Boys are in sync.
Backstreet Boys.
Oh, wow. Little change of pace from what I thought you would actually answer. Warm or cold weather?
Cold by far.
Wow.
So I moved to Finland.
I know, man. I live in Wisconsin, and I have to say, being from Atlanta, it's got to be or warm weather for me.
Yeah, I'm from California. I don't need that 118, 120 degree summer.
True. SpongeBob or Mickey Mouse?
Mickey Mouse.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel. I've got family at Marvel, so.
Twitter or Snapchat?
Twitter.
That surprises me. Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
Physical books or audio books?
Ooh, I can get into an argument about this one.
I thought this would be up your alley.
Physical books, but because I'm always on the move, I like my audiobooks. And there's a few series that I actually prefer in audio format, but I prefer to have the physical book.
Awesome. Yeah. Calling or texting?
Texting.
And the last one, would you bungee jump or ride a roller coaster first?
Why not both?
I know. Well, I mean, what gives you the bigger thrill? Have you done? I mean, I'm sure you've probably done.
I've done both.
Okay.
Both. I mean, California's got a bunch of theme parks, and we've got some great bungee jumping. I actually prefer more higher adrenaline thrills, to be honest.
Like what?
I used to be a whitewater rafting guide. Used to do movie stunts. My ultimate goal is to do wingsuit diving.
Wow, that would be pretty cool. We just want to make sure that you actually come back in one piece so that you can keep doing interviews and help the community at large.
But if I were to die doing it, I would die with a smile, even if that smile is spread over like 5 miles long. But
the adrenaline rush would be worth it, right?
Absolutely.
Well, Darian, I want to thank you so much for coming on today, doing a little Q&A here, and hopefully it was beneficial to everybody watching this. And I hope that you and the rest of the Supercell team there has a very, very happy Logmas.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Darian. I appreciate it. All right, guys, that does it for today's video. I wanted to thank Darian so much for coming onto the channel, spending some quality time with me with that interview. I know I broke it into 3 parts for you guys so that you could break it down into chunk-sized pieces. I hope that you and yours are having a very Merry Christmas, and until next time, Feldy. Peace.